It is that time of year again.
Kill a tree for
Oh, that's good.
Jesus.
Christ died to save us from our sins. Now we kill a tree for Jesus. Once back in the days of old, we gave an offering of blood, but now that our toll's been told, do we bring an offering of sap? It is that time of year again. Kill a tree for Jesus. He died to save us from our sins. Now we kill a tree for Jesus. Kill a tree for Jesus. Kill a tree for Jesus. Insomniac Folklore. We just wore our normal street clothes that we wore on the street. And now we're wearing them in a tent. So now these are our tent clothes. I see you are all wearing your tent clothes.
Good job.
Good job. Uh-oh. Sorry. Small world. Did you guys catch for Christmas set earlier? The uh-ohs?
Did you notice they're also wearing tent clothes?
All right. We have some more songs for you.
I hope so.
All right. We're gonna do kids. We're gonna do Halloween. We're gonna do Black Widow. We're gonna do earplugs, and we're also doing listen to your parents and whatever song's happening. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do a song called "Kids." It's an oldie where I come from.
Back to the Future reference. Got it.
You got it. There are so many reference jokes. Yeah, song goes like this. It goes, all the kids these days live in triple lives, but they can't hold on to one. We are made to be who we are, and who we're made to be. Like God the Father, and God the Son, and God the Spirit, three in one. Oh, we can handle it, we can handle it, we can handle it all alone. No, we can handle it, we can handle it, we can handle it all alone. I want a hand to hold, I want a father handle it. All alone. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. All alone. Beautiful. No, we can't handle it. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. All alone.
Oh, thanks guys, you're still here.
Well, a virtuous woman is so hard to find, more than diamonds, more than precious gold. I will protect you. You will defend me from them all, through it all. And I'd work for your father 7 whole years, 'cause you're worth it. I'd work 7 more.
Thanks guys. I just want to make one little statement before I go on to the next song, but I need to have a little object of demonstration. This may rile people up, but I gotta say something. And I don't know, you guys, culture in America, and all that, culture has really been changing quite a lot lately, and it's been going through some strange changes where things you would have never thought would be suddenly brought into the spotlight as something to be accepted and received as normal, has been introduced into our culture, and to impressionable minds, and to hearts and minds that are already struggling with enough confusion as it is, and they're being sold a lousy bill of goods. And one of the big concerns I have, well, I'll just come around and say it, is the whole LGBT, whatever the rest of the alphabet is these days, that particular movement. And, you know, I don't say this to say that, to get people thinking, oh, he's, you know, a homophobe or something. I'm not a homophobe, I'm a xenophobe. You know, and the fact is this, you know, as you can see here, this is one of my outfits. And I've been wearing this for quite a while, but I haven't worn it in a while because all of a sudden these rainbow colors have been co-opted for something that God has never wanted to be represented, because, well, if you know what the rainbow is about, right? It's a Noah. It's because of the fact that it was a sign to Noah from God that he wasn't going to flood the earth again. And whenever the rainbow is up in the sky, that was a reminder to God that he was not going to flood the earth. He's going to use fire next time, that sort of thing. But that's the deal. But that was the covenant that he made with Noah and with his creation. That's what the rainbow is about. But unfortunately, we have Slewfoot, Old Scratch, co-opting that symbol, those colors, and deceiving people into thinking that what that really means is that you can shirk off the man and wife relationship and go and hang out with a guy or hang out with a girl, and it's even, and then then you go into, you're thinking like, well, wasn't really born a guy, I'm really a girl at heart, or vice versa, and the Bible says God isn't an author of confusion. Satan is. That's the deal. And I don't say this to be judging or whatever. I'm just telling you what God's word has to say. And as Christians, some pockets of Christendom are suddenly feeling like they've got to change things of what God clearly says, is an abomination, and say, well, God didn't really mean that, and that's the oldest lie in the book from Satan. That's how he started his whole career. It's to deceiving Eve. Did God really say that? If you eat this apricot or apple, whatever it was, you're gonna be like God. And of course, sadly, Eve fell for it, and so did Adam, and thus sin came into the world, and man became fallen. And with that fallenness, we've inherited, Satan is just running rampant and deceiving people. And to me, the whole thing about homosexuality and the whole trans movement is to me that it is one of the most the saddest things you can get someone to believe. I see it. I see it in my own environment as a musician. I saw it years ago. 10 years ago, there was a guy who was playing around in the circles in Richmond, Virginia, and he started out being like, this hardcore country guy, right? And then all of a sudden, he started changing. He started showing up at gigs wearing a dress, but he was still singing these hardcore country songs. And I'm going, wait a minute, something isn't computing here. And eventually he's just started changing his whole, his whole theme of songs. But I'm going, what is going on? This is crazy. And then I saw the movie A Mighty Wind. Has anybody seen A Mighty Wind? You remember how this movie ended? With one of the guys in the Folksman suddenly deciding that he was a girl and showing up to Folksman gigs to play dressed as a girl. And I'm saying, wait a minute, this isn't a joke. This is for real. I've seen this, And what was meant for a joke is now becoming reality in people's lives. mean, there's a guy I know right now in Richmond, and he shows up. He's in full dressed up in everything, in a dress and everything, and lipstick, but he's a guy. And I wrote a song about all this back in 2003 before all of this became a major thing. And it was a song called You'll Never Be a Girl. Because I saw an article, I saw a story on television, like on 60 Minutes or something, about a guy who decided that he wanted to change his sex and all that. And so that's what he did. And he was a performer, and he went out and did shows and thought that that was going to make him happy. But later on, as the interview went on, he just discovered really that his life was becoming more miserable. And what he thought was going to give him happiness and freedom and whatever didn't turn out to be that way at all. And I watched this, and I found myself shouting at the television, not because I was mad at the guy, but because I was mad at the enemy for deceiving him. And I was like, and I just shout out, "You'll never be a girl!" And next thing I know, I start writing this song about it. And so I mean, I just wanted to just kind of, I guess, just make a statement in some way, and to say that you know, we need to steal back what God is, what the enemy has stolen from God, and we need to love these people, and tell them lovingly, whether they're gay or transgender or whatever, that this is not what God has created for you. This is not how God wants you to live, because you think you're going to be embracing a life of freedom and stuff, when really it's rebellion against God. And we're seeing the fruits of that. We've got guys, dressed in drag, infiltrating school libraries and parading in front of kids, and kids are embracing this stuff, guys. It's getting out of hand. So I guess what I want to do is just put that in your hearts and minds, to be praying for these folks, and to seek ways and means to reach out and love these folks. Let's not buy this lie that's being fed among many lies that are being thrown, because the devil knows his time is short. So he's going for all of the disruption and destruction that he can. We need to love these people. Love them with the love of Jesus Christ, and not cast them aside, but love them. But at the same time, we got to say, hey, wait a minute. There's a line that has to be drawn, and this is the line. And not go about being all politically correct. It's time's getting short for being politically correct. And but we need to love them with the love of Jesus Christ, and point them to truth in the way of the life everlasting, and show them who their identity is. Their identity is not in their gender, but it's in Jesus who created them. So anyway, I just felt it's been on my mind and my heart before coming here, and I was just saying, well, Lord, do you want me to share this? And I said, okay, I'll do it. So receive this in the spirit of love. If you are going through this kind of thing right now, and I just want you to know you don't have to go through all this kind of torture in your life. Jesus is come to set you free, and whoever the Son sets free is free indeed. So that's all I got to say about that. Okay, guys. But anyway, okay, back to the music. Well, didn't bring anybody down or anything, but sometimes you have to get kind of serious. Yeah. But anywho's, how much time have I got?
Already after midnight.
It is? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't want to keep you guys. It's after midnight. And can I do one more song? All right, let me do one more song.